where it goes down, where you hear about the sports all around town. In the country, full of controversy to the highlights. You just not safe in the limelight.
What's going on, everybody? It's your guy TJ, and welcome to another great episode of the Stoop, where we talk hoops, and more hoops, man. Listen, our show is powered by those great folks over there at Nuts and Bolts Sports. We always thank them so much for this amazing platform that we have. I got to shout out my guy, my partner in crime, my co-host, co-founder, Kev P. Talk to the people, bro.
As always, it's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, Kev P. We talking about a guy who's a native to the Mecca, New York City. He's a high flyer, New York City zone from the Bronx. He's played on so many different stages, man. World stages. I'm talking about all across the globe. Domestically, he's played on some of the most legendary courts all across the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been one of those guys who's been instrumental in this revolution known as AND-1 basketball, mixtape, and street ball basketball artistry. We have the pleasure of bringing on the Stoop today, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John High Octane Harvey, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, High Octane, for coming on the Stoop today, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's get right into it. When did you actually fall in love with the game of basketball, man?
Well, for me, it started when I saw Magic Johnson on TV. Okay, back in the day, I'm 42. So back in the day, you only had the Celtics, Lakers, maybe the Sixers, I'm saying once in a blue. But it was most always the Lakers. I'm saying, I don't know if you noticed my jersey, I wear 32 because of Magic.
Okay.
I mean, he made the game look fun. You know what I'm saying? He's out there. I'm a big, but I was trying to act like Magic was doing. You know what I mean? Magic made the game look fun. He made it interesting to me. I'm like, yo, what is that? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? He's always smiling. I'm like, yo, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My pops put the ball in my pops is the one that put the ball in my hand, though. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Even though he had the height, my pops only like 5'10", but legend told, like, people were telling me, uncles and people around the neighborhood telling me that he's dunk at 5'10". So I was like, yo, that's probably where I got my hops from.
Okay. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
So at what age did you realize you could do something with the game a little bit, that the game was going to take you some places in life?
You know what's funny? I was a late bloomer, bro. Like, I was that dude that played in junior high school, but I didn't get off the bench. So I was that dude, he's up 20 or down 20. John, yeah, get in. that was me. But not to high school, I want to say after my freshman year. And I got up with a guy named Coach Vic in the Bronx. Shout out to Coach Vic, man. He saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And he was just like, yo, listen, you got a talent. You got to work for it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And he put me through the ringer, bro. Like, things that he's doing today is probably illegal, like like Coach Knight from Indiana type joint. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? But he was that dude.
You can't do that stuff no more, but I get what
you know what I'm saying? Or like climbing gates, had us, you know what I'm saying? Like, want a water break. Ain't no water. You want water? Like that type of thing, you know what I mean? Wow. He was like that. He was tough, but it was what I needed in order for me to get my full potential out. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And he was the first guy to take me under his wing, like, yo, nah, you're gonna be all right. And at that time, I'll say maybe about 6 feet, 6'1", but I grew 4 inches in one summer. So I've been 6'5" since I was 16.
Man, that's a lot to go over.
Yo, my mom thought something was wrong, took me to the doctor and all. Like, yo, you understand? Yo, I gave him those shoes maybe a month ago. They don't fit no more. What's going on? So yeah, it was different. It was different, bro.
So listen here, we know you've been everywhere. You've played in parks and arenas around the world. Yes, but MSG will always be the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, for those that don't know.
You already know.
And you've played there many times, but your first time was in high school for the city championship against Truman High School. Unfortunately, y'all didn't get the W.
It still haunts me.
944, I believe, was the score.
Facts.
We're the same age, so I'm aware of what was going on.
Oh, okay. So, yes, sir.
But with that being said, share that experience. That's really what I wanted to get to.
Man, we was an underdog team, man, and that year was a rough year because we lost one of our teammates, man. We lost, man, Dwayne Cotton. We call him DC. We lost DC to a tragic shooting in the Bronx, and we played in honor of him. The whole season dedicated to him after that. It's like right before Christmas, so we dedicated our whole season to DC. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like the underdog team coming to the playoffs. We was number 4. I think it's number 4 in the city.
Yeah.
Sarah J. Hale was number 1 from Brooklyn, right? And Truman, I think, was number 2. So all of our losses that year, we didn't lost to championship teams. We lost to Grady, and Grady won the A that year, right? Mm-hmm. We lost to Spring Valley. Spring Valley won the Westchester County championship up there. And we lost to Truman 5 times. So our record that year was 22-5. You know, our 5 losses came to guys that won championships. So it was a tough team that people didn't know about us though. It was a tough team though. You know what I mean? So we got to the Garden, we beat Sarah J. Hale at Burbank State Park, and that was a tough one. But we was ready for the task because everybody counted us out. We was the underdogs, like you know what I'm saying. To all the press conferences, oh, Sarah J, they number 1, Sarah J, Sarah J, Sarah J. Like, yo, y'all forget that we are playing, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think we went into that game with a chip on our shoulder, and we gutted it out. You know what I'm saying? And we weren't going to the chip to face Truman, who we lost to previously twice that year. So we thought we could get him at that time, and bruh, like, it didn't work out that way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Nick Fuentes. Shout out to my man Mike Floyd, my man Ricardo Duncan, Tony Montague, Ramses Polanco. You know what I mean? My team was fierce, man. That team was a bunch of, you know, hard nosed, let's go after it type of team. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's solid. That's solid.
We talked about playing Truman and Hale and Grady and all these other teams, but we haven't even mentioned that you went to Christopher Columbus,
Right.
in the BX.
Right. I never said that, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
Right.
And you mentioned your coach Victor Hall.
Yeah.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even officially you guys' coach. He was coaching elsewhere. He was like your assistant coach.
Right. But he was the guy that kind of got everybody together.
Right.
On that team.
I know he had an immense impact on your life because I believe I heard a story where he dug in your ass so bad that you went home and was like, I'm done. And
I'm done. I quit.
Your mom.
Yo, facts. Yo, I went, he came, and you know, I don't know, y'all remember quarter waters. Remember quarter waters back in the day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't rich, I was broke, you know what I'm saying? Moms give you $1, you know what I'm saying? You try to stretch that dollar out.
Yeah.
So let's not give me a quarter water, give me some chips, give me all that shit. He was like, listen, you can't eat that stuff. That's not good for you, especially playing ball, you know, fuel your body, all that stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever. The very next day I walk into practice with a quarter water. He's like, oh, okay. Everybody gets suicides. I was like, all right. So I go put my quarter water down. He's like, nah, you drink your quarter water. You know, the whole team doing suicides. I'm sitting there looking at them like, they're like, yo, they wanted to kill me, bro. They wanted to kill me. But since that day on, I stopped watching what I eat and stuff like that because of that man. Yo, like he put me through the ringer. He made me think about, you know, actually doing something with basketball. You know what I mean? So I give all the credit to my man Coach Vic because he's the main dude. Like there's guys that teach you things, there's guys that teach you life things. You know what I mean? And he was not just a coach, he was a life teacher. You know what I mean? So he made me bring that to what I do now when I do my trainings. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about basketball, it's life training. Like everything that you learn from basketball could be also put into your life, you know? So shout out to Coach Vic, man.
No doubt. Man, listen, you have been known to bounce for quite some time. There's a picture that I researched where you jumped over a kid. I don't know if it was high school or middle school. Is that true? And when did you really, really know that your bounce was on another level?
Yo, we was playing in this tournament in Frederick Douglass. And y'all old enough to know, you know, remember the Grand Hill court, like falling out of bounds at the flat top? Top? It was something like that. My man Teddy Graham threw me Teddy Graham threw me a bad oop. We was playing the Frederick Douglass tournament down in Manhattan in Harlem, right? Frederick Douglass tournament. And we playing down there, and he threw me a bad oop. And I had to be about 16, I think the summer I was 16, maybe 17, right? And I caught that joint, long arm, like Inspector Gadget, long arm joint, go get it, and threw it in. Yo, all the coaches went to the commissioner of that tournament, like, yo, I need to see that kid's birth certificate, because there's no way you're telling me that kid is 16 years old, yo, no way. So I think right then and there, I was like, yo, like I was shocked that I got it. I was like, oh shit. I don't know if I cursed, but I was like, oh snap, yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was like, oh shit, yo. Like I was shocked myself, like, yo, crazy. You know what I mean? So after that, Coach Vic looked at me like, yeah, I got something special. Coach Vic's like, yeah, okay. All right. more oops for you, brother. Out of bounds plays and all that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moment where I was like, yo, all those climbing gates, all those things called when you put a guy on your back, right? And you gotta do calf raises.
Calf raises, yeah.
So we gotta do named Chubbs, yo. No lie, Chubbs had the name Chubbs for a reason.
You had to carry him?
Yeah, he put Chubbs on my back. He'd be like, all right, give me 100. I do my 100, he'd be like, all right, give me another 100. I'm like, yo, calf's burning. Like I'm telling you, like he put me through the ringer, yeah. I wish he was on the show. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, he put me through the ringer, bro. Put me through the ringer. You know what I mean?
So You as being high octane, man, was a part of one of the things that took over this country by storm in the basketball revolution known as AND-1 basketball. I want to take you back for a second. Where were you and what went through your mind when they gave you the phone call to be a part of the tour, the brand, the company?
So when the tour came on again, I already knew Maine, Shane, a lot of New York guys already. Headache. I played with them in the city already, but I was in college.
Right.
So I couldn't join at that time. You know, it's against NCAA rules to get paid and all that. So I was playing with them on like you said, EBC, Dykeman. You know what I'm saying? Rocking like that, local tournaments, stuff like that. So when they got the call and they were like, "Yo, what you doing?" I'm like, "Yo, nothing. What's up?" Like, "Yo, we're gonna be at Red Bay State Park." So all right, say no more. I'm coming through, no problem. So I just finished my senior year at CW Post. I went to CW Post, Long Island, LIU, CW Post, CW. So we went out there and they was like, "Yo, we want to see how you do." Just the first game. I was like, "I want to see how you do." So like, all right, I'm cool. So I'm looking and I see Maine and Shane are on the other team. I rock with Shane all the time. So I'm like, this when I first met Ayo. I didn't know him. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen him on the tape, but I don't know. I know I play with him. I don't know the chemistry's gonna be like. I don't know him at all. Right. So it's me, Ayo. Then I see Headache. Headache's on my team. I was like, all right, cool. I know Headache. You know what I'm saying? So as a leaper, you always look for who the point who the PG is. You know what I'm saying? Because PG has their favorite. So you know what I'm saying? Be connections or chemistry. So I'm like, all right, I got Headache. I don't know the kid Ayo like that, but all right, cool. And we have 50. So like, all right, cool. So we go out there and the ball goes up and Headache comes right down. Boom, boom. Between the legs. Behind the back joint he do. Catch it. Boom. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna rock out. We good. We playing throughout the game and I catch about another six dunks, right? So the game is over and a dude named Chris Hightower, who was the PR guy for AND-1 at the time.
Shout out Chris, that's my OG.
OG? Oh yeah. Chris Hightower, good guy, good dude, man. Solid dude. So he was like, yo, our next stop, we go to Chicago and all that. You think you want to rock out? I'm like, I ain't doing nothing straight out of school. Whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And they paying me. They flying me out free. They paying. I'm like, yo, whatever, let's go. So I go out to Chicago and you know what I'm saying? Shane was like, yo, just keep doing your thing. It's looking good for you. Just, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, keep doing your thing. You already know you little bro. And those are my OGs. You know what I'm saying? Shane was my OG. They brought me under the wing. So I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. So we get out there, and again, I get another 7, 8 dunks. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. So the final game now is in LA. So now this is a mixtape 4. Yeah, mixtape 4. Mixtape 4. So now we out in LA, we playing on Venice Beach. Now I've not been to LA in my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, the crowd is crazy, you know what I'm saying? Ladies out there, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I'm like, yo, this is how y'all living there. Like, yo, they go to club, parties is lit. I'm like, yo, this is what it's like on tour with you. I was like, yo, every city is like this. You know what I'm saying? Lit. I'm like, all right, cool. So long story short, niggas get lit. I get wasted. You know what I'm saying? Game next day. So I'm out there trying to shake off a hangover. Like, yo, sun is beating out there. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, right? Go out there. And by the time game time came, I was good. And I don't know if you've seen one of the clips is Shane kicks it through a dude's legs, comes down the middle, throws it off the backboard, and I come and I punch it through. And I look at the crowd, I'm like, yeah, let's go. And at that time, I'm just so hyped, yo. I'm so hyped. I've never been in LA. I'm playing with my guys, and that's like the best time I had in my life right there, bro. Like really like the best time I had in my life, yo. I was just so hyped and so happy to be playing ball, doing something I love, and throw me a little change for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my first time on the AND-1 tour, and then the rest of history from there. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean?
I want to elaborate on that because I know exactly the play that you're talking about, and street ball is obviously way more extravagant than the traditional organized basketball.
Most definitely.
And although I believe everything was organic, I believe that you guys just played and like you said, you and Headache kind of thing where you just knew. Some people believe that some of it was staged. I don't believe so. But the question that I have is, because I played ball and I've seen enough of it to know, you guys, when you were running and you had did you have like a whistle or a hand gesture or something where you let this guy know I'm coming on the side, and that indicates you're trailing and he's going to throw that oop or whatever's going on for that exciting play?
And you know what's crazy though? Real talk, I tell guys all the time. Early on, we really didn't practice until we got Steve Burke. Steve Burke came on the tour later on. I want to say like 6, 7, right? So prior to that, we really didn't practice, right? So it's more of we knew the highlight was coming. So imagine if you're a point guard, you got me, you got 50, and you got Maine running lanes. You got your choice, like who you really want to throw it to. Like, you know, Ali Oxenfree, go get it, one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it was basically, if you get a rebound and kick it, everybody running lanes. Half man, myself, everybody, we did 50, we all just running lanes like, yo, we trying to get to that first. You know what I mean? We was hungry. You know what I'm saying? We knew it was going to be a oop, we knew it was going to be some kind of finish. It was about who was going to get it. You know what I'm saying? It was all about who was going to get it. So most of the guards was just a look. And you knew it was a look. Now you have AO who do something different, Headache do something different, Shane do something different, you know what I'm saying? All the way down the farm and everybody. You just have to know what their go-to was or know like how they move. You know what I'm saying? Because once you got that down, the timing was impeccable. You know what I mean? But most of the time, just you give them a look like you already know. You know what it is already. For the lane, let's go. You know what I mean?
And Kev, let me say something because I seen that happen. So you probably don't remember, but I was an intern with Chris and Mo Riddler. That's how my career started knowing those guys. Those were my OGs. I remember using the back gym. We using the back gym in Paoli. Back gym in Paoli.
Paoli days. We had
Paoli days, back gym. And I remember you catching one. Y'all was about to go back out, and Shane bounced it off the floor, and it was bad. I didn't think he was going to catch it. You caught it, and the whole gym said like this. Like all the workers, everybody would just stop. And you ran back down court like I'm supposed to do that. And I was like, this is amazing. And right then I was sold on everything, bro. That was
know what's crazy? Because Shane, I started playing in this tournament. Funny thing. All right. So how I got my name, right? I know you probably want to talk about it, but I'm get to the chase with that, right? So Shane's neighborhood, right, is Eden Wall Projects. I don't know if you know the Bronx. Eden Wall Projects, one of the well-renowned, don't fuck with type projects, right? So the name of the tournament, guess the name of the tournament is called, yeah. We Can Get Along. Now, mind you, I don't know the history between certain projects up in that area, right? So I'm playing for Baychester. Baychester, and the tournament is in Edenwald. Baychester and Edenwald got beef. I don't know that, right? So I'm just going to hoop. Yo, I'm gonna play. Yeah, cool. I'll go play, right? So I'm not playing with Shane. This is how I first met Shane. So we playing, and bro, all I see is my coach take off. Yo, where you going? Yo, dude behind him with the 38, like, yo, you know what time it is? And I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, what the hell y'all got me into? This ain't my neighborhood. Oh, and I'm like, yo, what's up, yo? What's going on? What we doing? Game didn't stop either. The rest kept going like, all right, this is regular. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's par for the course.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So long story short, we playing up there, and we went to championship. They wasn't gonna let us win. They wasn't gonna let us win in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So we lost in the championship up there. But Shane was like, yo, young boy, you got some heart. Like, what's up, yo? Run with me. And there's a coach named Evie. Evie's the coach all of NBA stars, Ross Strickland, Shane. You know what I'm saying? She had the everybody of everybody. Mm-hmm. And she was like, yo, Evie's she's short, little light skin. She's like, yo, young boy, fucking with me. I'm like, who that? They're like, that's Evie, yo. She gonna put you on. I'm like, all right. And from that day, Shane was like, yo, yeah, he good. You know what I mean? So from that day on, I started rocking with Shane from the We Can Get Along classic. We can get along with up there. Nothing we can get along with. Crazy. It's crazy. And shout out to a man, I was the first dude to give me my name up in that tournament, right? But what's my man's name, yo? Tango. Dude Tango officiated it. Yeah, Dude Tango made it official at Rucker Park, though. You know what I'm saying? Gave me the name High Octane.
We're gonna hold
on. Tango made it official.
We're gonna definitely get
my guy gonna get to that. He gonna get to that.
Okay, my bad.
Now you good, you're good. But I do want to ask you this though, because you've mentioned several of your teammates over the years. Tango, I'm sorry, Headache, everybody that you played with, Shane. Of all these guys that you've played with, and all the mixtapes that you've played on, I think you were from Florida. I don't even know. You were out. Which teammate's combination of raw athleticism and skills impressed you the most?
Maine and Shane.
Okay.
Maine and Shane. That duo to me goes down in history, bro. Yeah. That Maine and Shane combo, like
You
Like he said, he asked you, was there any like no secret, nothing? They had a vibe. I don't know what it was. They just had a vibe. Maine, Shane could throw it anywhere. Mango, listen, Maine did things that I was like, yo, did he catch the ball and then 360? Now I ain't talking about be in the air and already turning. I mean, catch it, then do a full 360 and punch it.
Yeah.
He ain't just barely making. He like, I'm like, yo, did he just catch that? You know, Maine's, y'all don't understand, Maine events hands. You think I got big hands? It's like his hands. Yo, Maine got, he catches everything. I never seen him lose a oop. I'm dead serious. He catches everything. And his body control was flawless, bro. His body control, like his spin in midair is crazy. Like, I seen a 360 on AO. AO used to like to, like he had a challenge of blocking dunkers, dunks, right? So he'd do like the LeBron James come down, sweep behind you, and smack out your hand at the last minute when you go to jump. Man came down, he seen AO chasing him down. He jumped, AO jumped, then he 360. And AO time was all off and punched it on it. I was like, wow, that's a bad man. I said, yo, mama day goes that man. Maine is crazy with it, bro. His body control is crazy. Crazy.
Them two was like the Batman and Robin when I used to see them on the tour, man. And not only that, like people got to realize Maine on a good day was only 6'4", but his bounce was crazy. Like he undersized. He really a guard, but he played strong and his body type. He was strong. Like we was in the gym, like he's strong. He's brolic. And he bounced like no other. It was crazy.
Listen, don't ever give Main Event a pound when he's hyped. Like he caught a crazy dunk and come to the sideline, give him a pound. Nah, give him get the elbow. Nah, bro. You break fingers in there. Nah. Main is dumb strong. Fact.
Strong. That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen, family, you've been all over the world, man, and y'all play a lot of games, but I want to ask you, what was a highlight that stuck out? Whether it be yours or somebody else on the tour did, but what was one highlight that was crazy that you would never forget?
Oh, man.
I know there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them too.
It is a lot of them, but a lot of things that they didn't even catch. You know what I'm saying? But you think it made the tape like that. They didn't get that on tape. You know what I mean? So I had a couple of joints that was like crazy. I remember in the Garden. For me, y'all know I always go back to the Garden. You know, it's the Mecca to me. I'm from the Bronx, so me playing in the Mecca is the Mecca. You know what I mean? But I had a joint, my man D, man, from Milwaukee, and he threw an inbound pass, took it out of bounds, threw an inbound pass. I stole the inbound pass. I threw it off the backboard. He thought I was throwing it to somebody else, and he jumped like and I tomahawked him on his ass. He was like, yo, he looked at me like, for real, bro? You gonna do that to me? I'm like, listen, it's the Mecca. I gotta show off for my people. We already know what it is. That's probably my most incredible highlight. But I was talking about things that's just out of this world, like when the A up there did that 720, bro.
Yeah.
Yo. Bro. Y'all see, people don't understand that he's only about 6'2", 6'3", ish. Like, the boy got some bounce, man. Like, when I'm talking about the most hot, I see a lot of dudes bounce. That boy bounces stupid, yo. Like, I seen him do in between the legs, 360 and flip-flops, no lie.
In flip-flops? Nah.
And flip-flops.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Plop, 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 plop. Bah! I said, yo, stop it, man. Stop it. I don't know what y'all feeding that kid. Stop it, though.
Yeah.
Crazy. I was like, yo, he shut it down, yo. Crazy, yo. Crazy.
So that kind of answers my next question. What was the worst body you probably ever caught? Might have been that, or maybe not. And are you willing to share if anybody ever tried to catch you? And did you ever get bodied on one time? You willing to share with the viewers? What's up?
Listen, no, I'm gonna tell you the funny thing, yo. The funny thing is that my guys back home in the Bronx never let this down, bro. You playing at Riverbank State Park. We got the orange uniforms. The guests, New York dudes are wearing the blue joints, right? Right. And the least person you expect caught me, bro. You know what I'm saying? God rest today, yo, my man Escalade, yo. Escalade caught me.
Troy Jackson, we miss you, bro.
Yeah, man, I miss you, boy, my man Troy, man. So I'm on the weak side. He got 50 on him. I don't expect a 50, but 50 is not really a defensive player. You know what I'm saying? Love you, 50. You my man, all that. But you know what I'm saying? So he did the okie doke on 50, threw it up, wrapped around his head, 50 turn, and then he come down the lane. Now listen, everybody knows I can jump higher than Troy. Ain't the problem. The problem is that he's 300 and something pounds and he got momentum.
Yeah.
I'm under the basket. I'm coming to help off. I bounce off this dude like I'm a toy. And he just punches it. I'm like, yo, So that's part of the mixtape where you see got to dead Ali Mo is talking to me. Ali Mo was like, yo, it happens, baby. You playing against great players. It happens, baby. I don't know if you ever seen that part of the tour. I'm tight, bro. I'm tight on the bench, like, yo, gotta get this nigga back. Gotta get that. It's crazy. I'm tight. Word, but he caught me, man. There you go. Nothing I can say about it. Straight up, he caught me.
Yeah, we definitely want to take a time out, man. We lost some great players. Ali Mo, Flash, Escalade, man. Them brothers will always be missed and remembered. We thank them for what they brought to the game of basketball, man. So God bless the dead on that, man. Most definitely.
That was some tough times, man. With Al, with S, and with Flash. Flash is the first one to go. Answer. And that was just a shocker because he's on tour with us, and we're like, yo, he's like, I don't feel well. I'm like, all right, so he went home for a couple of days. Then got the news, like, diagnosis, he got cancer and all that. So at one point he started feeling better. He was like, all right, cool, you're gonna be good. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, his leg was hurting. His leg was hurting. I'm like, yo, so your leg's like, yo, I don't know, my leg is hurt, but I'm all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And no lie, it was me, Spider, Sauce, and we in Tahiti for a little game we be doing at Tahiti. We got the news, man. I just broke down, like, because that was my guy, yo. Like, whenever we didn't really share rooms, but when we did have to share rooms, like, me and him talk all the time, bro. Like, we had, I'm saying, like, good conversations, talking about life and, I'm saying, things like that. So that joint threw me for a whole different loop like that. That was bananas. Then with Ali Mo with diabetes, I'm saying, it's like you never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know with certain things, yo. You know what I mean? Come out left field. And the funny thing, I talked to him, man, a couple of days prior to him passing, and he's telling me how, yo, I'm back in the gym. You know what diabetes, it takes away your energy. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I'm back in the gym, I'm feeling good, I'm dunking again. I'm like, yo, that's what's up, Al. He's like, yo, I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna see you soon. I was like, yeah, you gonna see me. Cause at the time I was living in Philly. So I'm saying, he was like, yo, you gonna come to me? I was like, yeah, I'm coming, I'm gonna holler at you. And I bet. Like 3 days later, I see it on Facebook. I'm like, yo, what? So I called Maine right away, and Maine broke down like, yo, it's just true, it's crazy. I'm like, that was bananas. Then with Escalade, we get the news at All-Star Weekend. You know what I'm saying? He's at an All-Star Weekend in LA. And, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had like a heart attack or cardiac arrest or something with him in a hotel room. And that dude was for a loop, like, yo, this can't be life. Yo, it's crazy, yo. You know what I mean? And like I said, all three of them are guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, Escalade was very happy-go-lucky dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, give his last to anybody. You know what I mean? Ali Mo was just a character in himself. He knew Al, he loved Al. You know what I'm saying? Flash is a humble Southside Chicago dude. He always talked. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to all my guys. You know what I'm saying? Salute, man. Word, miss y'all.
Most definitely. We're gonna get this energy back up, man.
Sir.
Speaking of Chicago, you've been all around the world playing in some great places, man. And some places are known for their ball players, whether it's the Chi, whether it's up top, of course, Jersey, Philly, even H-Town got some ballers. Definitely Charlotte got a couple of cats, Cali, most definitely. Whether you go to Octane, whatever the case is, Compton, Watts, all them cats. Where is that one place for you that was under the radar? Y'all pulled up on that tour bus, y'all got off, and y'all got in them open runs. Be like, yo, these boys is all right. You know, maybe it's one or two places that took you off guard. Which ones were they?
Oh man, I would say North Carolina.
Okay.
North Carolina, you got Raleigh. That's basketball haven.
Right.
I think the South, you think football. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, these guys, and they don't look like basketball players. They look like football players.
Right.
The most big dudes can't rock out. You know what I'm saying? These dudes look like football players, like husky dudes. You know what I mean? So you're looking like they can't. No way they rocking out like that. So North Carolina took us. Was like, oh, they can hoop for real. Like they going in. But you forget, you got Duke, you got North Carolina, you got Duke, you got NC State, you got Wake Forest. You know what I'm saying? All that down there. So it made sense. But at that time, I'm just like, North Carolina? All right, cool. They hooping.
Yeah.
Let me see. What else? St. Louis was some tough balls out there in the Lou.
Okay.
Lou could play. The Lou could play. Word. With Lou could play. But it's always, like you said, it's always cities in there. You be like, yo, you got to strap up. Ain't no time for no tricks. You got to get this. We got to get this W. You know, everybody want to see us lose. Especially when we win so much. Everybody want to see you lose. But every time we touch like Chicago, you got to lace up. They coming at your head. They coming at your head. You know what I'm saying? They coming at you. You know what I'm saying? DC, they coming at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Philly, they coming at you. You know what I'm saying? There's certain places you be like, yo, listen, you ain't got time for the okey doke. You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you already know. So sometimes, like you said, yeah, chemistry with guards. Some guards like to play around before they throw the oop. Nah, they coming down, you'll get that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing all that playing. No, go get that. Let's go. We need this bucket. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, shout out to the Shy. You know what I'm saying? Shy is straight scorers out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DC. DC is the first place when I first ran into Prime Objective. I know Lonnie Harrell, Prime Objective, my man Prime. Shout out to Prime. What up, Prime?
What's up, Prime?
And DC was the first stop where I seen all 5 players could shoot from half. Like, step over half and do this thing called you. I'm like, the whole crowd. I'm like, yo. And then draining threes. You. I'm like, yo. Crazy. And then
that in itself is distracting.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And they pull him. I'm like, yo, yo, crazy. And I'm playing out there. He's playing. It was New York versus DC, and I'm playing with I don't know if I know Master Rob. He's an OG.
Yep.
G1 is a straight OG. You know what I'm saying? He's from my neighborhood, so he's when we play. He's the one that put me into Rucker. Actually, he's the person that put me into Rucker. Master Rob. I mean, so shout out Master Rob. What up, boy? And he was like, yo, forget all that. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And it was go time, yo. It was go time in DC. Where first met Prime came to me after the game, like, yo, good work, boy. You got some bounce, man. I was like, yo, you got some. I got bounce. You got a trigger because Prime was like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
Handle, shoot, dunk. I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Yo, like, who is this dude? Yo, he was doing it all. You know what I'm saying? He gave us a handful.
No doubt. Go ahead, Kev.
And1 players look like they were more than just a team, but you guys were more like a family having fun on the court. If you have a chance, if you can think of anything in particular, share with us, when you're traveling with this extended family, what it was like, some of the funny antics that took place away from the court.
Yeah, I got so many because, all right, when we was on tour, we didn't have one bus. We had about 4 buses for players, right? 4 buses for players. Then you had another bus for PR and people like that. You know what I'm saying? Chris and them had their own bus. So you had about 6 buses altogether. Production had their own, you know what I'm saying? So you had about 6 buses altogether. So we had a thing called bus wars. So we go to different cities, you have bus wars. So Maine decided to go onto the other bus, right? And we had beds up there. You had beds on the sides. You had beds on the side of the bus.
Y'all had official tour buses.
Yeah, official tour bus. On the back, we had a fridge in front. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Couple seats, you sit up there. It was official. Not no regular Greyhound where you get on the bus and everybody got seats. Nah, this official beds in the back room that slides across. You got the Xbox or whatever gaming system that was sponsoring us that year was in the back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time we had PS3 or a PlayStation. We had Xbox or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So we in the back, and we in I forgot what city we was in, but usually before the game we go chill. You know what I'm saying? Chill in the back, play. You know what I'm saying? Play video games, chill out. This dude go on a bus and he unhinged all the bunk beds. He hit all the bunk beds. We was gonna jump in their bunks after the game. After the game, you tired. You got a 6-hour ride, 7-hour ride to the next city. Yo, dudes gonna hop on their beds and niggas falling over. Like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what's going? Yo, I was dying, bro. I was dying. Then you got dudes like Shane, right? As y'all know, man, Shane's a character in himself, man. One of the funniest dudes ever, yo. Like, he'll keep you up all night. You can be dead tired, but he'll tell you some stories that have you just up. You be like, yo, Shane, man, I go to sleep, man. But you want to hear what he got to say. He's a great storyteller. You know what I'm saying? You be like, yo, this dude right here, yo. Then you got jokes for days. So between Maine, Shane, and AO. AO's another clown, yo. The Prince, man. Yo. The Prince of Street Boy. AO. AO always doing what you call it, like pranks. Well, one time, G-Lock, man, don't get mad at me, G-Lock. Love you, man. G-Lock's a cameraman we had. So G-Lock sleep. And when you sleep, like sometimes you tickle somebody's face, they touch their face. This nigga put ketchup on his hand. G-Lock knocked out, he tickled his face. Yeah, he wake up. We got a mirror right there. He wake up. He thought it was blood. He freaking out. Yo, we had some fun, man. Yo, we had some real fun, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Had some real fun. Party like rock stars, like what I mean.
Yes, I'm sure y'all did.
Yeah, I'm glad that they didn't have social media back.
With all the fun y'all were having, and thankfully, like you said, they didn't have social media.
Social media, right?
But you guys had your own media following you around because it was a tour.
Right.
That thing blew up and expanded so quickly. Then you end up with an ESPN show.
Right. Yeah.
However, I heard there was some turmoil in there, and there were talks of a strike, but it never materialized.
Right.
How did that come about?
Well, all right. So like I said, I came on like volume 4. So the OGs is like Shane, Main, Headache, Ayo, Half Man. You know what I'm saying? All those guys are the OGs who started it off. So basically, I'm taking my lead from them because they know more about this game than I do. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, yo, listen, we supposed to get this, supposed to get that, da, da, da. I'm like, all right, whatever y'all say we need to get, that's what we need to get. You know what I'm saying? So we start talking amongst ourselves, like, yo, how you feel you being treated? So for me, I'm just like, I'm new to this thing. I'm like, I'm good. Whatever y'all say, I'm rocking with. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, now we feel we should get this and this. They break it down to me. I'm like, all right, that makes sense. Cool. You rock out with that. That sounds good. So I want to say it was Headache, right? Headache is a kind of hothead. Headache's a Harlem dude, right? But he could be a hothead at times. So it was an incident where we said, stop feeding us this bullshit food, give us some real food. They was giving us pizza or something like that after the game. Like, come on, we're not in college, we're not little kids, like, you know what I mean? Like, give us some real food. So one time, Headache got pissed, grabbed a pizza. I told you he had like 3 different buses, and the execs and them had their own bus, right? Yo, he goes off. Yo, da 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 da. No, I'm not eating this shit no more. Da da da. Goes to the bus where I think it was Aaron. Can't forget the other person's name. I know one of them was Aaron. So he goes in there and he's like, yo, why the fuck y'all keep feeding us this BS and da da da? Takes the pizza and throws it at him. Like, literally threw the whole pizza at him. He was like, yo, Headache, like, your chair's like, nah, fuck that. They want to eat that shit, let them eat that shit. You know what I mean? And from there, it was just like, yo, we gonna be one, or, you know what I mean? Like, we gonna ride, or what we gonna do with that? Like, you know what I mean? So that was the beginning of like kind of like a little division, you could say, because everybody didn't stand solid with Headache's approach. You know what I'm saying? And I think that caused a lot of animosity with Headache and some of the other players and stuff like that. And it's not that they didn't agree with his approach. You know what I'm saying? Because we agree with what we were saying all together as a team, like, yo, listen, we need to get this, we need to get that. Cool, right? But let's go about it the right way. Headache going in and throwing the shit, you look like, I'm saying, I guess people, they thought it looked like thugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all gonna come and try to bully us? Like, we ain't trying to bully you. But at the same time, we'll let you know we fed up with this bullshit. Like, give us some real food type thing. You know what I mean? And we got tired of burgers and fries. Like, niggas want some real food. Like, come on, man. This pizza thing, like, come on, man. So that was like the beginning of it all. Like I said, it wasn't no strike or nothing like that. But that made the execs come and talk to us and try to, piece things together correctly.
Okay. In hindsight, would you say, well, you talked about the approach might have been wrong, but the methodology behind it, would you say that he was on point?
He really was very on point. He was very on point. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, like me and Hattie, we talked about it and everything like that, and it was no hard feelings. But at that time, he was mad because he felt like, not me per se, but he just felt like the other guys should have rallied behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
And what he did, which makes sense. I get it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, nah, we didn't tell you go do all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to get our way, but you didn't go throwing pizza at people and you bugging. So when they told him, like, yo, tone it down, he got upset, like, yo, like, I mean, like, I thought we did it together type thing, you know what I mean? And that kind of, like I said, it set a little rift, you know what I'm saying? And in the core of AND-1, the core meaning the main guys that started it all.
Got it. Let's move forward. Fast forward several years now. You're off the tour.
Yeah.
You started basketball camp, flight school, probably about 5 years ago, somewhere around.
Something like that. Yeah.
What inspired you to start that camp, and how have you adapted in the current climate?
Yeah, man, it's been crazy. But what inspired me actually was, again, back to Coach Vic. Cause I went back to his gym and back in the Bronx, and he was just, at that time, it was, I want to say, like Christmas break. So on Christmas break, a lot of gyms are closed and the kids ain't doing nothing. So to keep them active and doing things. We was like, yo, let's do a little clinic to keep the kids active, doing something, have a gym to play in and stuff like that. And it went good. It went good. 'Cause a lot of kids came out, and we was able, like I said, to keep them active, keep them skills and techniques, and work on certain things, dribbling, passing, shooting, and everything you need for basketball. But the main thing for me was just able to give back to where I'm from. You know what I mean? That's my thing. So the name of the community or the organization I came from was KYDA, Keep Youth Dreams Alive. That's what it stands for. KYDA, Keep Youth Dreams Alive. And Coach Vic was like, yo, if he calls, I'm gonna come running. I'm saying, no matter what. Like I said, he made me who I am today. You know what I mean? He made me into high octane and loving basketball and all that. So if he asked me to do anything, I'm there for that man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He was like, at that time, he was a father figure to me. So if he asked me to do something, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, you want to put this clinic together? I said, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? We did it, got the kids out, you know what I'm saying? It was successful, and it was a great time. It was a great time.
I messed up for a second because I jumped ahead, but there was somebody you mentioned earlier
What's that?
that we'd get back to it. I'm gonna get back to it now. Because we obviously know basketball was the centerpiece of AND-1.
Yes.
But now I want you to speak to the significance of Duke Tango. Because he's kind of like unsung here. You know, everybody knows you guys, but that voice. Speak on that.
You took the words out of my mouth. He's the voice, man. He is the voice. He brought it to life through a microphone. You know what I mean? Without Duke, there really couldn't be. I don't think anyone would have went as far as it did without Duke. You know what I mean? He was the guy that took it to another level. You know what I mean? And no respect to anybody who was before him, like Set Free did a great job. He had Set Free. You know, Set Free from the compound. Set Free was the main guy that started off first with AND-1. You know what I mean? He did his thing, but Duke was used to that environment of him doing rucka and doing, I'm saying he's used to that. So he just took it and brought it to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And it was great. It was great for AND-1 because now you have somebody that's just as animated as the players. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he brought that animation to life for everybody. You know what I mean? So shout out to Duke Tango, man. One of the best, boy. One of the best, brother. Word.
So I take it to where we are currently right now, man. If you and it's sad, but I get it. If you go to Walmart these days, that's where you'll find AND-1 basketball merchandise, man. And it's something that was so great in terms of a revolution with basketball and street ball, and the street ball way of life is now in Walmart. But do you ever think street ball can get back to the magnitude in which y'all had it at with the tools, with the merch, with the Code Red, UPS, the tools? Or do you even think right now there's a lane for street ball? And I'm just talking about with kids, because a lot of times now the basketball game is overran and saturated by the AAU circuit, bro. And it's not like what it used to be, and you have a lot of young boys out here hooping. So is there a lane for street ball? Will you ever see something like to the magnitude of AND-1 again? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think there'd be something quite at like what we did again. I'm not saying that they can't duplicate it, but it's hard to catch lightning in a bottle twice. You know what I mean? And what we did was a movement. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole movement, bro. Like we had ESPN on Smash for like 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? When I say Smash, I mean, how do you have a marathon of your show for 24 hours, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You know it might be a whole weekend. It might be a whole weekend.
2, 3 in the morning, them joints.
You know what I'm saying?
Very vividly.
Yo, I was getting called from my little cousins like, yo, Uncle, you on TV? Or cuz, you on TV again? I'm like, yo, for real? I go turn channel. I'm like, oh, it's not. It is on ESPN. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know when it started. Dun, 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 dun. You're like, yo, she supposed to come on. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was crazy, man. Then we went from that to a video game. Like, bro, like, I want a video game, bro. Like, that's crazy to me, yo. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I did animation for, I think it was NBA Streets. I did that. I did motion capture for that. Before we did our own.
You did 2 games, didn't you?
Say it again?
You did 2 different games, didn't you?
Yeah, I did NBA 2K. I mean, NBA Hoops. Mm-hmm. And we did the Activision joint. The Activision joint, I think, was NBA Streets or something like that. So it was like 2 different games. Yeah, it was crazy, though. It was crazy. Like, that joint with EA Sports is crazy. I know I've been to EA Sports in Vancouver, and we go out there, and we go in, and you see all the games up. You know what I'm saying? They show you, and this is like early 2000s, so you see the Madden, you see the NBA 2K, you see what I'm like, yo, this is crazy. What are you doing a video game? So that was definitely like one of the best experiences in my life. You know what I mean? Because you get to see what really goes into a video game. Like, bro, when I say I'm out of dunk over 100 times, bro.
I was
Like,
gonna ask that because that's strenuous because they want to get this right, so they're asking you to do it over and over and over and over.
facts. And you got different angles. You got this. You got that. I'm like, yo, listen, we got that angle now. It's a different angle now. You got to do it from the backside, and then I'm like, yo, this is crazy. But it was worth it. It was worth it. It came out dope, man. And like I said, I had the best time of my life, bro. Best time of my life doing that with Headache, Shane, I think Fawn. That was just the first time we did it. After that, we did the whole team with the AND-1 joint. But the first time we did was like Headache, Fawn, Shane, who was my man Mo. It was dope. It was real dope, man. It was real dope. Real dope.
No doubt. Okay.
Some players, they're phenomenal in-game dunkers, but I wouldn't necessarily say that translates into a strong showing in a dunk contest.
I totally agree.
Flip side, you got some guys that are great in the dunk contest, but straight trash in the game. Like it doesn't translate over. In all your years of playing and watching, is there anyone that you would say excelled at both?
In-game dunking and playing. Oh, man. I actually feel like most of our guys had game. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, most of our guys had game, like could play anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't just like, okay, he's just dunker or he's just doing like, I feel like from the dunkers that we had, me, Maine, 50, Helicopter, Spider, I feel like everybody actually go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made us so different because a lot of things didn't make the tape. So you're looking like, man, yo, he shot a 3 or he could, you know what I'm saying? But you remember, when we edit the tape, it's all about the highlights. So you're going to see the crossover and the dunks. You're not going to see, or Ak hit a 3 or Spider hit a 3 or he hit a 3. You're not going to really see that. You want to see the highlights. You know what I mean? So when you get to certain cities, like, yo, after the game, like, yo, you could hoop, bro. Like, yeah, like we do this for real. Like, we're not just like, I know you had the dribblers, you had the dunkers. That's all you see. Remember, more than that. I'm saying, I think everybody on our team was more than that. You know what I mean? But I don't want to say this anybody specifically that I could just say that, you know, I think we all was able to do, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of everything.
I'm gonna put it out there, Ak, for you. When we talked to my man Morilla, Mo was like, he said the dude that translated his game. Well, who you think he said the guy whose game translated to like being in the league or really playing for real?
Oh man. Oh, that what you mean as far as that? There's a couple guys I think can play in the league.
No, I mean, like, what's that one person you think? Because I'm gonna see if y'all on the same page with that.
All right, for me, but the other player I'm thinking of came later. But for me, right away, I would say it was AO.
Same.
All right.
Same person he said. Absolutely.
Yo, AO has had he's underrated, man. Like AO was tough, man. I don't say was like he going. AO is tough, bro. AO is tough, man. Like he's definitely underrated. And I think he got lost in translation because he was so tricky. You know what I mean? But he could go just off a straight ball. People don't know he played in the D League when it was the D League. You know what I'm saying? And I think it took his. I'm not mistaken. He went to the championship. I don't know if he won it, but I know he went to championship in the D League. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing his thing. Like he could go. He had a trial with the Supersonics. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. The funny thing is that people probably don't know the story. AO got a trial with the Supersonics. They loved him, right? And the person that they picked over him is Earl Watson, UCLA. Remember Earl Watson? His career was. Listen. No, if you make it to the league, you are definitely somebody that got game, right? Not taking away nothing from Earl Watson. Me personally, I feel like AO was better.
He should have had that shot.
Simple as that. But at the same time, I'm looking at the NBA like, so I'm gonna burn this bridge at UCLA to pick up a nigga dude from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's business though. You gotta look at the business aspect. You know what I'm saying? UCLA is a business. You know what I'm saying? All these programs coming into the NBA, it's a business. Don't think it's not. It's business, bro. You know what I mean? So, and he understood that. Like he wouldn't have came and told me, he's like, yo, I'm not even mad because I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like he go in there, he'll tell you, so he used to play with AI in Philly. You know, AO from Philly. So
yeah,
they had a little rec gym.
16 for Susky, they used to get it in. Him, the Mars twins, all that. I know.
Exactly. As you know, Exactly. He's crazy. So he going there and AI be like, yo, kid is tough, yo.
You can go.
This is AI, Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? Like an AO, like, yo, kid is tough, yo. You know what I mean? So do I think he belongs in the league? Absolutely.
Solid.
Absolutely.
There's a debate, man. Who's always top 5, especially when it comes to that bounce. I mean, everybody could talk about everybody in the league, but we ain't gonna do that with you. We're not gonna put you. This is your own opinion. Who are the top 5 dudes that's not in the league that got crazy bounce? And not including you, once again, because we already gave you a nod. But who are top 5 in your opinion that never not league worthy, but they just street dudes got crazy bounce?
All right. Oh man, hey, up there. He might be, for me, might be number 1. Helicopter got crazy bounce. Helicopter had crazy bounce too. Let's see here. I don't know if you remember a dude named Tavares Bell. He came on tour a little bit. He's out of Long Island. T Bell is to get up, bounce. So I'm gonna go back to, I would say, I don't know if you know, but there was this dude named Shea Cotton.
Somebody else on the show talk about Shea.
Yo,
who else talking about Shea? Was it
Yo, I'm here. He got a documentary coming out. That's what I'm here.
Yeah.
But when I say 6'5", put it on, like, dude, what? Crazy bounce, right? Then there's the dude that played with KG, because KG is around my era, coming out of high school and all that. So Ronnie Fields.
Ronnie Fields
has some bounce, boy. You ever see any? Imagine he was like 6'2", maybe 6'3", and he had some bounce. So that's my top 5 guys that not in the league. From not just, like I said, not just like New York City, not like that. That's just people that
just non-league dudes that had bounce.
Bunnies. Facts.
Okay. Let me round this out, man. We want to thank you for your time, man. I know you're quite busy, but we just want to end up, man. But we had a good conversation with you tonight, man. It's been amazing being with you this evening. We appreciate you. But in terms of footwear, man, what was your favorite kick to rock? That was AND-1 basketball sneaker. And what was a non-AND-1 kick that you like to hoop in?
A non kick I like to hoop in?
An AND-1 kick and a non-AND-1 kick that you like to hoop in.
All right. So AND-1 kick I love to hoop in. Oh man, the Silky Smooths was
okay. I remember
the Silky Smooths. You remember the Silky Smooths?
I remember them joints.
Was it? I love playing them joints. Cushion where I needed it in the heel and the ball. Oh, so for Lipa, I loved them.
I like the risers. The risers was my joint. The risers was my joint.
Yeah, the risers was tough. Yeah. The risers was tough. And oh man, I'm trying to remember was the risers the one with the little holes in the front?
Nah, the risers had like them like fins on the side of them. Remember?
Okay, I ain't talking about. But the other joints I love was the joints.
The whole
Swiss cheese in the front. Like
strap.
Yeah. That just is so light, bro. I'm gonna label on joints. But I know he's wearing on joints. Ben Wallace.
Yeah,
Ben Wallace is winning the championship. Ben Wallace is wearing on joints every game. He had him in red and he had him in blue.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, I see why.
As a matter of fact, now that you mention that, I remember because me and my wife used to talk about back in the day. If you watched it from TV, because they had that faraway angle, it actually looked like he was hooping in slippers.
Right, exactly. But just so comfortable, bro. It just is so comfortable for a leaper. I see why he wore those all the time. It just was incredible comfy. Comfy. Now for sneakers that non-AND-1 I like to hoop in. Oh man, Get back in the days, you got a lot of free sneakers, you know what I mean? So, I don't know what y'all, I got a lot of free sneakers that came up and hooping. So like, I mean, definitely Nikes. I would say definitely Nikes. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really a big Adidas dude. Wasn't an Adidas dude like that. And Reeboks wasn't it for me. So it definitely had to be a pair of Nikes. Any pair of Nikes that was hooping, I was rocking them for real. You know what I mean? And one thing I would say, I never was a dude that wore Jordans, played ball on Jordan. I'll style some Jordans. I wasn't playing no Jordans. I wouldn't mess some drinks up. Real talk. Okay.
That's fair. Right. Listen, man, it's been a great night. Super dope night. We appreciate it, man. This has been a level like we never could imagine, man. We glad we got this in. Thank you for all the jewels that you dropped, all the insight, all the knowledge that you gave in your amazing basketball career. We wish you all the best for the future, man. We thank you for stopping by the hoop. It means a lot to us, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Yeah. Holla anytime, man. It's all love. You heard?
Absolutely. Listen, On behalf of my man Kev P, that's been our guy John, High Octane Harvey. It's another great episode of The Stoop. We'll catch y'all soon.
Some say that it gets no real on the field or the court. We capture the thrillers. Some opinions and all of the truth. Real people talking real sports on The Stoop.